There is a major problem right now on Google when you do a search for best office chairs. There is a list of well-known websites with their best picks for 2022, but when you jump into their list, it's pretty clear they've either never used the chairs in their list or they just don't know what a good office chair is. And it's more likely that they're focused on making money through affiliate revenue than they are finding the best chair for you. So we decided to take a closer look at the CNET list as a good example. We bought their chairs, we brought them in today to show you exactly what we mean. So their best overall pick is an Amazon Basics chair for about $100. Best overall, Ryan, $100 Amazon Basics chair. I mean, what are your thoughts here?
How? It'd be my first question. It's an Amazon Basics chair. It's a very, very basic chair. Fake leather, almost does nothing. If you've seen our tier list, this was an F tier chair, and it would probably be close to the very end of all the chairs that we've tested. I thought it was extremely uncomfortable, and to be honest, if you're gonna get a chair in this price range, this wouldn't even be my best pick, because you can go into Walmart, go into Target, get basically the exact same chair, leave with it for only $89 instead of spending $125 on Amazon. So I really can't understand why this chair would have been picked other than the whole affiliate revenue thing, which is something we'll get into a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably even overpriced. So it's not even, like you said, best overall. It's overpriced in the price point that it's at. And a lot of these chairs are very similar around that price point. Robert's in the chair right now. You got to tell us, what do you think of it? How does it fit? Comfort, adjustments?
Yeah, for me at like 6'2", this chair is just way too small for me. You could see my legs are way over the front of the seat, and then my back is over the top of the back by a pretty large amount. I mean, we have how many chairs? 100, 200 chairs almost in here. This would be definitely very close to the bottom of my picks for all the chairs we have in the office, and yet somehow it managed to be a best chair on the list. So.
Well, they said in the actual pick that this chair isn't exactly cheap, but that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how you know that they don't have a ton of experience with office chairs when you call a $125 chair not exactly cheap.
And then right after that, reference ergonomic anything with this chair, because it's clear when Robert was sitting in it, nothing about it's ergonomic. It's going to fit a small group of people well because it's not adjustable, and that's a major problem if you're using this list to pick the best chair for you, especially if you're having any issues with your back, neck, stuff like that. So, all right, the second pick is a SERTA Smart Layers Arlington Air Executive Chair. Mouthful for sure. What did they say about this one? I think what is it? What did they say? It's got an adjustable lumbar and
headrest.
Yes.
They again called it an ergonomic chair. To me, this was kind of just an upgraded version of the previous chair, just a little bit poofier. Not a high-end chair, but it's going to be more comfortable than the previous. Not something that I would pick for the best of anything.
And it's $400.
Right, and it is pretty expensive
as much as the
for what you're getting.
Chair, and you're getting about the same amount of adjustments, just some more cushioning. Robert, you got to tell us, what do you think of that adjustable lumbar, and what is the headrest like?
So, I mean, there's no adjustable lumbar. It just doesn't exist. John's showing you here. There's nothing to adjust at all. So I guess you can move your body and adjust where the lumbar hits, but that's not an ergonomic adjustable lumbar. Headrest, it's hitting me. I'm assuming this is what they mean by headrest, and it just hits me right in the shoulder blade. So you'd have to be much shorter to get down to where that would actually hit you in the head.
The only person in our office that could use that somewhat like a headrest was Taylor, and she's 5'2".
Yeah. And I mean, the other thing too, it's like I assembled this a couple weeks ago, brought it to my desk right away, and the thing that drove me nuts too is just this tilt. So see how as soon as I try to tilt, your feet come way off the ground and your knees are just gonna hit the bottom of the desk. So with this style of tilt, it's just, again, it just can't make a best of list.
Yeah, and I think we talked about affiliate revenue right off the start. We do that here at BTOD. It's a way for publishers like us to be compensated for the work that they're doing. We don't have any issue with it as long as you're being accurate and honest about your picks and telling people true pros and cons. And a good example of this is the best under 300 list that Ryan did recently. He picked the Clatina chair as a $200 best overall pick there, and he made sure to let everybody know exactly where it had shortcomings and where it was good. And no surprise, that's our #1 selling chair from our affiliate clicks. We recommend the Leap all day, Aerons, I mean, all these high-end chairs, and we don't convert nearly as frequently, and it's obvious because it's that price point. That's the same thing here, the $100 pick, the $400 pick. They're easier chairs for them to get basically sold when they link up to them. So the last pick is the X Chair X3 ATR management chair. Now this is their best splurge pick. It is expensive. $1,300, which if you follow our channel, you know this is going to put you in the Hayworth Herman Miller SteelCase class of chairs. I wouldn't say the X chair fits. Right away, Ryan, what are your thoughts on this particular pick for splurge?
Well, this is another chair that I think we had this down as a D or F tier in our tier list. It's just not a comfortable chair. You're not getting a very good warranty, and the adjustment factor with it forcing you to lean forward was just not something that our office liked. And so this just kind of goes back to, why is this chair being picked over the brands that Greg just talked about when there are, in my opinion, so much better options out there for this price point? And again, we kind of just have to go back to the affiliate thing, because I mean, we know personally from getting the emails, they offer a very good revenue program through their affiliate marketing with X Chair, and you're not going to get that with some of the other brands. And so you have to go back and wonder, why was this list created? Was it really created to get the best picks for the most amount of people, or are we just trying to drive revenue because this is a popular thing to make a list on?
Yeah, Robert, number one, I got to ask you, show us what that forward tilt awkward function is on that chair, because I think it's super unique to this product. And what are your thoughts on it?
So yeah, right now you can see how tilted forward I am. It's almost like I'm going to slide off the front of the chair. Kind of has like a wobble to it there.
Does it lock? Can you?
So I can lock it back like this. Oop, there goes the seat height.
Now that forward mode that he was showing is the standard mode of the chair.
Yep. So now it's like I'm locked it back, but then I still have movement back here too.
So that's a really unique function that people didn't like in our office. We had like 10 people, I think, that reviewed it, ranked it, scored it, did all those things, and it didn't rank well because of it. Now, I will say, just so everybody understands, they did rank the chair with the fabric seat. I wouldn't be surprised if that's more comfortable. I don't like sitting on mesh. That's well known. The last thing, though, about this chair that I just want to mention, it has the best range of the 14 chairs tested for the weight capacity. This brings us to the rest of the chairs because they are mentioned. 14 other chairs tested didn't have as good of a range. This has a 340-pound capacity. I'm just going to list off a few chairs that have equal to or better. I know for sure, number one, the Gesture is a 400-pound capacity. The Aeron chair is 300 pounds. 350, excuse me. And so is the Lino. That's the standard with Herman Miller. So, I mean, there are other chairs with better range. There's just better chairs than the other chairs picked. And the other chairs picked, honestly, are the ones that you'd expect to at least get a best overall or a mention. So questionable to say the least, I think. And this is what we're seeing. And I'm wondering, are you guys seeing it too? Is it something you want us to look into more? Would you like to see other lists kind of gone through, have us order the products and show you exactly what it is that they're showing? I think it's interesting. I know you did.
Yeah, super interesting.
Let us know in the comments. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching.